It's Wes, SuperWes that is. I'm going to start explaining some of the controls on the ventilator. The first button on the bottom left is the on standby button, which basically means the on-off button. It's very easy to turn the ventilator on. You just press and release the on standby button once and it will turn on. It'll beep and the lights will flash. It'll go through a self-test and then it'll start giving the breath automatically. To turn it off, you have to press and hold this button for 3 seconds or until it beeps. And the reason it beeps when you turn it off is because it wants to make sure that you actually wanted to turn it off. It's because if you accidentally press that button for 3 seconds and turned it off, or if somebody came in there and turned it off for you, you really want to know that it's turned off. So it will beep at you until you press the silence reset button. That's an acknowledgement that you know the ventilator is turned off and you're okay with that. The next select button, it has an option here for volume or pressure. And this will be ordered by the doctor. To change it, you can press it once and it'll flash into pressure, and then press it again to confirm it. And the same to change it back. Press it once and a second time to confirm you want to change it over volume. Now you will also be able to see this up here on the different settings. The actual setting between volume, tidal volume, and the pressure control. As you can see, these numbers are fairly illuminated, but this one is dim. That means it's inactive and it's not being used right now. That's because it's on a volume type breath. So the volume is lit up. If we change it over to a pressure type breath, now the pressure control number illuminates and the tidal volume number goes dim, meaning it is inactive. In a later video, I'll explain the difference between volume and a pressure type breath. NPPV is non-invasive positive pressure ventilation. That's basically if you're going to give a breath with a mask, basically a CPAP mask or a BiPAP mask, which doesn't work very well with this ventilator and it's not used very often. The next select button is for which mode you would like, either assist control or SIMV and CPAP. Right now it's on SIMV mode. And again, if you press it once, it'll blink on the assist control and press it again to select. Now it's on assist control. And in another video, we'll talk more about these two modes. But you notice on assist control that the pressure support light goes dim because it is no longer active. But if you change it back over to SIMV, then that pressure support light number is then active. Okay, on the newer models of the ventilators, it has an IE hold. That's the inspiratory expiratory hold. If you're in a home care setting, you should never need this. It's usually to calculate compliance or resistance, but you should never need to use this. It'll actually, if they breathe out, it'll hold the breath out, and if they breathe in, it'll hold the breath in. So you really don't want to use that. The manual breath button will initiate an extra breath. Right now, the ventilator is giving 21 breaths per minute, and the patient can trigger extra breaths on their own. But if you would like to give them a couple of extra mandatory breaths, which you'll be able to see up here with the breaths, for each time you press it, breath, 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 and you notice it lights up each time. So you can give a couple extra breaths if you would like. And it comes in very handy to help clear out their lungs, or if they get short of breath from turning or moving, you can give them a couple extra breaths. The low pressure O2 source, this is only on the Ltv 1000 and I think on the 1200 also. Usually in the hospital setting, if you have it hooked up to the 50 psi oxygen source. In the home care or in a long-term care setting, we usually have it hooked up via the oxygen flow meter and dial it in like you would a nasal cannula with liters per minute. The control lock button, this locks out most of the buttons, or all the important ones. If you press it and this lights up, you cannot turn it off. It'll stay locked. You can't change the setting, any settings, it'll stay locked. Now you can silence and reset, and you can give an extra breath, a manual breath, and you can scroll through the items up here under the message bar. But all the important ones are locked out. To unlock it, you just press it once to unlock. There's an internal setting for easy unlock and hard unlock. If that setting is on hard unlock, then you would have to press and hold this for 3 seconds to unlock it. already. And in the next video, we'll talk about some of the other settings. Thank you so much.